Morning, guys. Good morning. Have some updates for you. All right, gonna wait for some of you to join me today. And strange coincidences have been occurring, and I want to talk with you guys about them. I think there are plans afoot. So I said, let me come in this live this morning. Lots been going on. Good morning. Good morning. Um, Lots been going on, and I said, let's have a quick chat this morning because I have a full day of work ahead of me. But this is a very important conversation to have about some of the next steps I'll personally be taking with regard to this Adriana Young case, and different ways I believe the state is starting to try to build a case to come and arrest me, and I will tell you why. Blessings to you, Carlin. I'll tell you why I believe that, and what information I've been getting from some of my sources. So, yeah, good morning to you guys. Good morning. I see more of you joining the live. Share the live for me, please. Important updates. So, yesterday I did a live stream in the morning. I think it was afternoon, actually. And there were just some strange coincidences, strange things that happened, few strange things that happened beforehand, because I am very observant. I'm not just looking at corruption. I'm always looking at my surroundings, and yeah, I want to make a few things clear. Like, first of all, that if any harm comes to me, especially as a result of this Adriana Young case, simply speaking, online on social media, you guys will note that I don't come out and call for violence. Let me issue my disclaimer today. Nothing in this live should be misconstrued as inciting you to any violence, hooliganism, terrorism, or other such acts in the breach of public safety and order in the name of Adriana Young. That's what I want to say to you guys today. Please don't misconstrue anything I'm saying as incitement. But I want to tell you that my belief is if any harm is to come to me, and you see I just disappear from social media, and I'm not coming to you in a spirit of fear, I'm coming in a spirit of acknowledgement. But should you see anything happen to me, be in no doubt that is agents of the PPP government that were sent to harm me. And I will tell you why I believe this is true. There's just been some strange coincidences, and let me paint you my chain of evidence to support my claim, right? So I noted the car across from my house, like across the street from my house, like a couple weeks ago, parked there, like, I don't know, it's probably for an hour. I noted that. I noted on one occasion my phone started ringing incessantly from this strange number, and I ended up connecting to the call. I don't know how. I was trying canceling the call, end up connecting to it. I remember that. I noted yesterday, it was very coincidental yesterday. So first of all, this voice note, which I reshared, I deleted my reshare, a lot of people did. And it's funny that it was a private conversation, it got leaked, but then all of a sudden this girl was responsible for this private conversation that got leaked and ended up on the internet, and she was wanted for public mischief, right? As if like a private conversation, like if you don't like what someone has to say, you could be wanted for public mischief. She never published anything, and they've not gone after all the people that reshared the post. But I noted that the state started building a case, right? So the word on the street that Guyana Daily News published, which is a state-sponsored hate speech platform, right? That is the least credible news source in Guyana by any measure. And they published yesterday that this girl is apparently in police custody, because first we saw that she was in custody, Then we saw that the police had launched a manhunt for her as if she was not in custody. Then we saw that she was in custody. Then we saw another article this through the day saying that she handed herself in the presence of her attorney. Now, no statement, no public statement has been issued from this nurse. And I wonder how they knew exactly which nurse it was from the video. And as I watched the live from Pastor Nigel yesterday, Nigel Ellicam, he is his name on Facebook. He did a live this morning, we'll talk about as well, where he made mention of the fact that, how did they know which nurse king? Is there only one nurse king in the hospital system? How did they know which nurse to go find? How did Frank Anthony know which Frank she was talking about? She never said Frank Anthony, Minister Frank, nothing. Why did he have to issue a statement saying he never know this girl, he don't know anything about her? If she just said Frank, it could have been any Frank in the hospital. Why did Dr. Caleb said he never seen her in his life, but he was able to recognize her voice, and then he knew that she recently graduated just from listening to her voice? Why is the ministry saying that there was no logbook, and then there was minister saying there is a logbook, but Gordon Mosley and some of the news are saying there was no logbook? Like, I don't know, man. I'm very confused. But I saw some things last night, made me decide I gotta make some tough decisions. So I come to talk to you guys about the tough decisions I'm gonna have to make with regard to this case. So after the live I did yesterday, it's coincidental in the morning, someone sent me a message saying, that they're forwarding the information to me, but there's a bag on my head. The agents of the state have put a bag on my head. They've put a ransom or what, a bounty on me, because I've been highlighting this Adriana case in particular. And then also, that happened early in the day. I did the live, and then after I finished the live, I went in front, and I was inside, and I got a call, like, B-man. I look outside, and there's this tree. I know them from the community, like these 10-day workers in a car. These 3 East Indian women and a guy in a I took a picture of the car and got a number plate. I sent it to my people, but they came to ask if there was anywhere to rent, but they didn't go to my neighbors. They didn't go to the neighbors next to me. They just came to my house within minutes of me finishing my life. Then I told them go to the supermarket down the road. They would have an idea as to any places to rent. But they didn't know I know the people by the supermarket, that I could go and ask if these people came and ask if they had anywhere to rent, right? And they didn't know nothing about that. So, like, these people came to recce my place. I got a call from an ex-policeman in Canada, right, who got his ears on the ground in the force. And my guy told me, he said, number one, the police have technology. They have been using it for a while that tracks people. They can track you based on your life. They have good technology. They got people in there that train up in China and different places that they will track your phone, and they will track you from your life and send people to your location. They will send special branch to monitor you, all for asking questions about the death of an innocent child that we're told drowned without force and just drowned in a pool. Why is there so much effort to persecute, attack, malign, mischaracterize, and defame anybody that is connected to her cause, that is simply seeking justice for this little girl? So I was told they'll track your phone, they'll track your life, they'll send people. So on the same day I get death threats, or it wasn't a threat to me, it was a heads up that these people plan on killing you for this Adriana Young thing. Okay, so then the 10-day workers show up by my house, then they leave. Then later on in the evening, a relative of somebody connected to the force somehow calls me and says, you should be on your guard tonight, right? Another person called me later, because like I told you guys, even the police force themselves, all of them don't want to be involved in this. A lot of them feel bad about it. And a lot of them know I come into you guys in a genuine spirit of the quest for truth and justice. And there's a lot of police that feel bad, and I don't know if that will cause some people to reach out to me to give me warnings or give me heads up about different things. But I appreciate you guys out there that do that for me. I appreciate it because I'm at your service ultimately. I do these videos to keep us all informed, right? So be careful. Then later on I got another call, this time again from the guy overseas, calling me to say he getting the wire that they shaping up to come and lock me up early in the morning, right? He get a wire from Guyana. And so I came and I made that post because I'd already made a post early in the evening. The state are trying to drum up justification. They don't just go and pull in people or arrest them and say you're a terrorist, blah, blah, blah. First, they have to build the grounds and the justification, because they're going to be public outcry if they just come and harm you or shoot you or do you something. So let me explain the case that the state is building, because I have publicly stated on a number of occasions there's an international team that have been assembled that are doing work on this Adriana Young case. That seems to have made them very nervous, and they're desperate to know who the people that are connected to this, where they are, what files are being shared, what evidences are being shared, and all of that, because not everything is in the public domain. There's desperation to get an inner ear on this. So first you have to build certain justifications. So whether you want to come and shoot Francis, harm Francis, and you don't want the PPP to be blamed directly, and I'm telling you it's the state behind this. You don't want Jagdio and Irfan name to be calling this thing. So you can say, all right, what we can do here? We send Amir and Daily News out. Because you notice they had a interaction between Amir Ahmad of Sheriff Security, right, and Guyana Daily News and Backlash and all these other hate pages outside the police station when Azruddin Mohammed was arrested, right, after his drone pilot was harassing the people over their house for 6 hours and things. So someone posted a video and titled it B-Man versus Crackhead. Woo! Since then, everything on Guyana Daily News is about Francis Bailey being a junkie, a crackhead, a coke sniffer, cocaine bread. This how you know what cocaine bread smell like, G? Right? So they build in this narrative, and then I outed Dr. Caleb as being dishonest about a few things, right, relating to the Adriana Young case, in particular missing evidence and the fact, the body was clearly tampered with. And he came out swinging not with facts but with insults, which really made me question his professional integrity as a doctor. And he came out calling me a junkie and a drug addict. And I've never met Dr. Caleb one day in my life. I've never met the man. Okay? Never met Dr. Caleb. How can you as a doctor make a pronouncement on somebody, there's a junkie and a drug addict, echoing Amir? Then it seems you're working with Amir, because next thing you posting my girlfriend on Guyana Daily News and saying they had some case of infidelity, some picture from 10 years ago. I don't care. I'm not an insecure man. I am not an insecure man. Right? You think it's bare virgins in the world? You ruin a friendship with that girl that y'all had for 10 years. Dr. Caleb knew he was dating her friend. Okay? And post pictures of his own friend. That's the desperation to get to me. It didn't get to me. Certain things Guyana Daily News cannot break. You understand? But that is the depth of the depravity. So they build in this case, and then I see they coming in my comments, building this case, Francis is cokehead, this thing. So it sounds like I got a whole pack of drugs in my house. A whole heap of drugs in my house somewhere. Maybe the police need to investigate. You see in comments, investigate this man, investigate him. And then I see yesterday now they build the case, Guyana Daily News, push it forward, that myself and a pastor, Lawrence something. You see, I even can't remember the person's name properly. But it's a pastor, apparently. First, I thought it was Pastor Nigel they were talking about. But no, it's some other pastor, Lauren something. But apparently myself and this girl were accused on Guyana Daily News. And I'm going to file a cybercrime report. Right? Because this is serious now. I have a catalog of cybercrimes Guyana Daily News has committed. I've faced no penalties. Right? So I seen that this narrative is building that Francis Bailey got thing in the house. And next thing you see now, they're saying that this girl who went in there in the company of her attorney has made no public statements, no official statements, that I told her apparently to go and record the video, to record that thing, the voice note, to spread what? To make it sound like the things I am saying are more true. What am I saying? I'm parroting I'm just bringing together the facts that I'm hearing for you guys and saying that and it's not me release all these there's like 2 voice notes. I told you I'd heard one before, everyone was discrediting. So for simply talking about this case, you understand, it's creating a problem. And yeah, all of a sudden I'm responsible, according to Guyana Daily News, for setting this girl and making her record and tell this exact story, this false thing. And the doctor I showed you is compromised, is the one attacking her, saying he never saw her there. Everyone's saying she was never there, but we've identified links of compromise in the chain. I'm so happy the family have announced today Dexter Todd is taking charge. As I indicated to you a few days ago, the family have new legal team, and Dexter Todd is taking charge of the case. I was so encouraged to see that today in the quest for justice, and he wants to find out about the manner of death, because he's saying cause of death is not the same as manner of death. So yeah, building up these justifications, drumming up these things. So now they're setting to pin some cybercrime on me, like I set up this thing. And I even saw some of my own friends in the comments saying like, as if this girl admitted something or she's lying on me. She didn't. I don't think she told any lie on me. She never said anything. There's no public I don't see her lips moving and nothing. She didn't come out. And she got provide evidence that Francis Bailey set her to go and how long would she have to rehearse something like that? Did you know how detailed that was? You think as a Hollywood actor in this thing? I don't understand. So all of that is to build justification to come and raid my house, to search for guns, drugs, and ammunition, and to seize my data, to seize my computer. And this is what the overseas guy informed me of, to seize my computer. And y'all don't, you might think, oh, we know as which person there, but I have a number of people in the diaspora that communicate with me regularly and keep me informed, right? So you're gonna have a hard task figuring out who, but these guys want my data, they want my phone, they want my computer. So in the interest of the Adriana Young case and the interest of justice, right, I'm making certain decisions, right? Or I took these decisions yesterday because I came back and made that post after I got this information from abroad, right? I made that post, and then I was called much later down, and because I was waiting, I was prepared for the police to come and collect me. I said, well, the guys it seemed like they're not coming for you anymore, but they're still trying to build a justification. So I'm just telling you, if any harm comes to me, I'm not speaking to you in the spirit of fear, but should any harm come to me, I disappear, right, or anything like that, make no mistake that agents of this very same PPP government is who have been sent to collect me and do me harm. And whether they come and tell you, whether they tell you is, gosh, who is calling me? My phone is blowing up all of a sudden, right? Whether they tell you is they might come and say some drug war Francis was in, because you see Guyana Daily News, the same page that posted that I was in a car with gunmen on my way to shoot up a police station, right? They try and build this narrative of you, especially you guys love to attack intellectuals as well. You like to attack people who are simply here to promote thought, critical thought. I've noticed the pattern. Drum up a case, next thing you hear, Francis gunned down in execution style in some drug related crap. No. Y'all go and look for the people shipping out tons and tons of cocaine. Look for them. It's not by my house, okay? I can't afford that, okay? You understand? Chicken raise and fish raise. The boy don't have bricks in his house, okay? And with regard to the information you guys want to get from my phone, I clear my phone. Guyana Police Force, President Irfan Ali, Vice President Jagdio, clear my phone. Okay? And in a couple hours, I'll have a new phone. And this phone will not be the phone no more. Okay? I've shunted myself from the drive structure of the evidence for the case that I told you that multiple people are working on compiling. I'm shunting myself off from it. And yeah, I'm gonna have to probably contact a person if I need a clip or something. But I'm pulling back from this thing, and I saw some stuff last night that when I read it, and I'm not gonna say nothing. When I read it, then I understand this thing deep. This is deep. When I read that, I said, this is deep. I understand why they're trying to move heaven and earth to cover up this case. So that was my final submission to the team for now. And that is shunted off. I've deleted my data, if y'all want to know. And y'all could go and find it. It's mostly pictures of potholes. They're all over the place. I have gigabytes of potholes. That's mainly what I was covering until an innocent girl disappeared. We were told she was abducted, but she ended up dead in a pool that we confirmed she was not in. And on that note, I need all of you that have not seen it yet, you go check news source. It's going to be all over the news today, but check the live that Pastor Nigel did, Nigel Elikam. I'm sorry if I've butchered the last name there we have on Facebook. I posted a live from him yesterday. Go check that out, because that's wild. A gentleman died, drowned in a pool in Linden, I made to understand. Look at the footage. It's almost as if the universe is speaking to us. Look at that footage. That man drowned and his body is solidly at the bottom of the pool. The pool looked even deeper than 8 feet. And you could clearly see that man's shadow down there. Even a child as smaller, you would clearly see that shadow in there. Just that one death, it's very tragic. It's very tragic. But it totally dismantled that argument that Adriana was not in the pool. Some of y'all might come to argue it was more clear, it was less clear. You would have seen a shadow, you would have seen a body in that pool. Look at them, look at the footage and look at the pictures that you're gonna see published of that gentleman. Rock bottom of the pool, lying straight out, not floating vertically. Never seen a drowned body like that, you know. He drowned like how people actually drown in real life. He real life drowned. I don't know how Adriana drowned. But like I said, I'm gonna back away and wipe my data. I already did it. Okay, already. So I'm letting you know, Guyana Police Force, agents of the PPP government, under the leadership of Irfan Ali, if y'all are still sending your people to shoot me, murder me, harm me, lock me up, imprison me, detain me, and otherwise try to limit my constitutional rights to freedom of speech and freedom of association, then it's on you guys, right? It's on you guys. I don't have no data for you guys to come collect. I don't have no contacts for you to come and swipe from my phone. I don't have nothing for you anymore on my data, on my devices. Okay? So I've taken steps to secure myself. So the international team, like I told you, they're gonna continue the work, but you're not going to compromise the private work that's going on. And there's enough people on the team that I could pull myself away, and the work is still going to continue. Right? So if you're coming to harm me, just is because of maliciousness, and well, we all know. But I'm making this public because I'm still going to continue to live and enjoy my life in Guyana. And if y'all want to come and put bullet in me, that is fine. I've always been here at the service of the people. It's your decision, right? You say my life belongs to the people, so it is, right? But I'm not here in a spirit of fear, just of acknowledgement that there's so many murders, deaths in this country. And what makes me think and gives me pause for thought, never before in our history have I seen so many attempts. Like, I've never seen someone die. Because y'all saying this girl died naturally from drowning, right? It didn't seem there was any force or anything. She died naturally. So why you trying to persecute anyone that has any opinion that is different or says maybe you should look at the facts or have an independent investigation? I've never seen so much effort to, go after, persecute the driver of the dad and try and criminalize the people in the family and lock up protesters or people that were there just innocently. Lock up the hooligans and people that were thieving, but y'all didn't catch most of them. Y'all lock up a lot of innocent people, shoot up a lot of innocent people. There's a trail of blood and bodies, if y'all ain't noticed, that lie behind Adriana. In this quest for justice, there's already like nearly 4 bodies pile up, right? From people that get shot. Just coming out to show support. It's all of a sudden speaking, sharing even jokes, talking about this thing could get you charged for terrorism. It's like the population are being terrorized. Terror and fear is being driven into our hearts in every way, whether it involves threatening people, whether people gotta get shot, whether police gotta come by your house and stoke ethnic tension because you're frightened maybe it's black man outside or whichever, right? Everybody just scared and running wild just for asking simple questions. There's a line that says, thou doth protest too much. So, yeah, I love you guys, as I always say. Stay safe. I'm gonna continue to operate as normal. Like I said, I've dispossessed myself of the data relevant to this case in particular, and anything I thought you guys might find of interest on my devices, and shunted it to a safe location. So if you come in to harm me, go right ahead. You know my location now, because I'm telling you guys after that live and all the corroborating evidence of being told that, yeah, my lives were being tracked, the police have the tech. Then after I finish a live, 10-day workers showing up by my house to ask if they got anywhere to rent, with B-man got anywhere to rent in the area, all looking sus, right? And then next thing I get called by the police coming and collect me at 3 in the morning. It's only because I made that post, I feel, and I just had a feeling, right? Why would people be calling you from overseas, taking time out of their night to tell you, hey, you're getting word from Guyana, boom, 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 watch out for yourself, XYZ happening, they're coming for you. And it's only because I made that post, because I don't know the government controlling Guyana Daily News, because they never do them nothing. How much defamation, look how much terrorists have been charged. And people for doing malicious things. Look how much malicious things Guyana Daily News does and gets away with. Action News gets away with it because it's supported by the state, right? And I could tell there's not no official news channel. It's not the police force. Maybe they forget to put it on the police force website first before they put it on Guyana Daily News. It's like one and the same. You say people get abducted, no footage. You can say a man abducted, a girl arrested, no footage. You can say anything, no evidence needed. Y'all just make up anything and pin it on somebody. Arrest them, charge them, brutalize them, right? State sanctioned violence. So, yeah, stay safe. And your ex, but it's not your ex, it's Amir Ahmad that owns it. So, anyhow, stay safe. Be wary. The dictatorship is watching. It has eyes on you. It is trying to tap your phone, get into your devices, and all of this in a celebration of the freedom of speech constitutionally guaranteed to each of the citizens of this great republic. I don't know if we're feeling so great right now, but yeah, that's my updates for now. And yeah, well, y'all know my address, and I'm just letting everybody know that y'all came to verify my address as well. I'm still here. Love you guys.